Hello everybody! If you want to read all the story's content in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Short Story 685, The Last Night of Orion. Intermediate. Mara stood on the deck of the research ship Aurora, watching the violet clouds swirl over the alien sea. The planet was called Orion, a name given by the first explorers who saw its twin suns rise together. The crew had been sent to study the strange energy pulses that lit the night sky in bright green ribbons. Mara was a linguist, not a scientist. Her job was to listen to the sounds the planet made and try to turn them into words. She believed that language could open doors that machines could not. Every evening she recorded the humming of the wind, the crackle of the ice, and the soft clicks that seemed to come from deep below the surface. One night, as the second sun set, the green ribbons grew brighter and began to pulse faster. The ship's sensors flashed red warnings. "Magnetic storm incoming," the captain announced. The crew hurried to secure equipment, but Mara felt a pull in her chest. The click she had recorded earlier turned into a clear pattern, like a melody. She pressed play on the recorder. The sound rose, forming a rhythm that matched the pulse of the storm. Suddenly, a voice emerged from the speakers, not human, but understandable. "Welcome," it said. "We are the Keepers of Orion. You have listened. You have learned." Mara's heart raced. She spoke slowly, choosing simple words. "Who are you? Why are you here?" The voice replied, "We are the memory of this world. We protect the light that keeps the stars alive. Your people took too much, and the storm is our warning. If you stop, the light will die." The captain shouted, "Abort mission! Return to Earth!" But Mara stayed, fascinated. She asked, "How can we stop the storm?" "The light lives in the song," the keepers answered. "Sing it back to us with truth and hope." Mara gathered the crew. Together they sang the pattern they had heard, adding their own words of peace. Their voices blended with the green ribbons, and the storm slowed. The magnetic waves calmed, and the twin suns shone steady again. When the last note faded, the keepers whispered, "You have saved Orion. Remember the song and share it wisely." The ship's computer logged the melody, and the crew set a course home, carrying the new language of the planet. Back on Earth, Mara taught the song to students. They learned not only English, but also the power of listening. The story of Orion became a lesson in humility and cooperation, reminding everyone that even a distant world can speak through music if we are willing to hear. Vocabulary notes. Pulse. Noun, verb. Definition. Noun. A rhythmic throbbing or beating, especially of a signal, light or sound. Verb. To beat or throb rhythmically. Example. Noun. The green ribbons grew brighter and began to pulse faster. Synonyms, related words. Throb, beat, oscillate, rhythm, vibrate, surge. Keeper, noun. Definition. A person or thing that looks after, protects or maintains something. In the story, the Keepers of Orion are the guardians of the planet's memory. Example. We are the Keepers of Orion. You have listened. You have learned. Synonyms, related words. Guardian, custodian, protector, steward, caretaker, warden. Calm, verb, adjective. Definition. Verb. To make something less turbulent or to become still. Adjective. Not showing or feeling nervousness, anger, or other strong emotions. Peaceful. Example. Verb. The magnetic waves calmed and the twin suns shone steady again. Synonyms, related words: soothe, settle, tranquilize, pacify, serene, placid, composed. Melody, noun. Definition: a sequence of musical notes that is pleasant and recognizable, a tune. Example: the voice emerged, we are the memory of this world. The melody rose, forming a rhythm that matched the pulse of the storm. Synonyms, related words: tune, air, refrain, motive, harmony, song, cadence. Humility, noun. Definition: the quality of being modest and respectful, recognizing one's limits or imperfections. Example: the story of Orion became a lesson in humility and cooperation. Synonyms, related words: modesty, meekness, unpretentiousness, humbleness, deference, self-effacement. Story written by Lumo AI, image created by onemin.ai. To read all the story's content in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. CC Music, drifting at 432 Hz, Unicorn Heads.
So, what if the best way to understand a brand new world wasn't by looking through a telescope, but by putting on a pair of headphones? Today, we're diving into a story about a mission to the planet Orion, and it kind of flips the whole idea of scientific discovery on its head. It's a space adventure, for sure, but it also reveals this incredible truth about what can happen when we finally stop looking and start really listening. This right here, this really gets to the heart of our main character, Mara. See, she's a linguist on this big research ship, and she's surrounded by all these scientists with their fancy sensors and gadgets. But Mara, she's on a totally different wavelength. She's basically betting that the real secret to understanding a new world isn't buried in data, but that you'll find it in dialogue. Okay, so here's the setup. You've got the research ship, the Aurora, orbiting this absolutely beautiful, mysterious planet. Their mission, officially, is to figure out what's causing these amazing green ribbons of light that are just dancing across the sky. You know, on the surface, it seems like a pretty standard science mission, but things are about to get a whole lot more complicated. And this is where Mara's unique approach really comes into play. While everyone else is busy analyzing light waves and magnetic fields, she's got her headphones on. She's just listening. She's recording the planet's sounds, the hum of the wind, the crackle of ice, and these weird, soft little clicks coming from deep underground. She's working on this deep belief that Orion has a voice, and she's determined to hear it. This is the moment everything changes. The calm observational mission suddenly turns into a full-blown crisis. That beautiful light show, it gets way brighter and starts pulsing faster and faster, almost aggressively. All the instruments on the ship just start going haywire, and the mood on board shifts from, scientific curiosity to real, genuine fear. Now, the word pulse here is absolutely critical. A pulse isn't just a random flash, right? It's got a rhythm, a pattern. It suggests that something is doing this on purpose. So while all the other scientists see as a dangerous surge of energy, Mara, our linguist, here's the potential for language. And just like that, the situation goes from bad to catastrophic. The ship's sensors are screaming, all flashing red, warning of a massive magnetic storm heading right for them. But at the same time, Mara notices something incredible. Those soft clicks she'd been recording, they're not random anymore. They've formed a clear pattern, a melody. But before she can even process it, the captain makes the only call he can. Abort. Get us out of here now. So in the middle of all this chaos on the bridge, Mara has this massive breakthrough. It hits her. She realizes the rhythm of the storm, the very thing they're trying to escape, is a perfect match for the melody she recorded from deep inside the planet. These aren't two separate events happening at the same time. No way. They are connected. The planet is literally speaking through the storm. So she grabs her recorder, plays it over the ship's comm system, and this is what everyone hears. Not clicks, not static, but a clear voice. I mean, can you imagine? It's this breathtaking moment of first contact, and it didn't happen because of some powerful transmitter. It happened because of the simple, patient act of listening. And just think about the word they choose to describe themselves. Keepers. That's not an accident. It means they're guardians, they're protectors. That one word, keepers, just changes the entire game. They're not just random inhabitants. They're the ancient, conscious caretakers of this world. And they've been watching. And then the keepers drop this bombshell. The storm, it isn't some random act of nature. It's a warning, a message that they sent specifically to the crew. And it's a warning with history. All of a sudden, this mission isn't just about survival anymore. It's about being held accountable. This really lays out the two totally different worldviews clashing on the ship. You have the captain, right? He's relying on his instruments, his training, and all he sees is a physical threat they have to escape. His instinct is to run. But then there's Mara. She's relying on her linguistic instincts, and she sees a message that needs to be understood. Her first instinct is to ask, how can we stop it? The keeper's answer is just wow. It's incredible. They don't give some technical solution. They don't demand anything. Their answer is artistic. It's emotional. It requires collaboration. They tell the crew they have to take the melody of the storm and fill it with human feeling, specifically truth and hope. And this wasn't something Mara could do by herself. I mean, imagine having to convince the entire crew, skeptical scientists, a stressed-out captain, to put down their instruments and just sing. But that's what they do. They add their own words of peace, and they turn this alien melody into a shared anthem of humanity. And the crazy thing is, it works. The story says their voices literally blend with those green ribbons of light they were sent to study in the first place. And as they sing together, the storm just slows down. The magnetic waves stabilize, and the danger fades away. They didn't fight the storm. They harmonized with it. So check this out. The key here is that calm is an action word, a verb. The crew didn't just sit back and wait for the storm to pass them by. Their actions made it calm. They actively soothed it. They pacified it with their song. Their communication literally de-escalated a planetary-level crisis. So with the danger gone, the keepers give them their final message. And they don't just say, thanks for not blowing up. They give them a new mission. It's like they're saying, this song is yours now. Take it back to Earth and remember what you learned here. It's a new kind of language they're being asked to share. And that is exactly what happens. The crew returns home, and they don't just have new scientific data. They have the story that completely changes everything. Their experience on Orion becomes this powerful lesson that fundamentally alters how humanity even thinks about exploration. When you boil it all down, the story's lessons really come down to these three big ideas. First, the incredible power of listening. Not just hearing, but actually listening. Second, that we absolutely need to cooperate to solve the biggest problems. And finally, the essential virtue of humility. And this last one, humility, might just be the most important of all. It's basically being able to admit, hey, maybe our way isn't the only way. Maybe our super advanced technology doesn't have all the answers. The crew of the Aurora had to accept that their tech had failed them and embrace a totally different, totally human approach to solve the problem. And that brings us to the final thought this story leaves us with. A question that's pretty provocative. If an entire world could be speaking to us through its wind, its ice, and its storms, what about our own planet? What voices, what patterns, and what warnings might be all around us right now, just waiting for someone to finally, truly listen?